of your glass, kind of like you squeezed a bottle of honey into a glass of iced tea. It's just gonna sink right down to the bottom and pool up. You know what somebody's gonna get a mouthful of as soon as you stick a straw in there? Coconut syrup and nothing else. Yeah, it is super gross. I actually have left a bar out here because I asked for a pina colada. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, and I paid for that almost immediately because this person did not shake that drink. They just built it up over ice. So I grabbed my first swig, and I get a mouthful of syrup and nothing else. I threw the bartender a couple of bucks, didn't even bother to let him try and make me another one. Like, if they fucked up my drink now, I'm not gonna waste more of my time and effort waiting for them to hopefully get it right. I'm just gonna go to another bar. And that's what I did. A lot of other people, especially people that work in the industry, you're only gonna get a single shot with them. So you want to try and hit all those beats the first time around. Flip side of that, if you make really good drinks, you will have people from the industry coming to see you on a regular basis because they know you can make the drinks that they like, and they might be able to learn a thing or two from watching you work. So for our pina colada, we would be adding 1.5 ounces of light rum into our Boston shaker. We're gonna add a 1 count, 1/2 ounce of coconut syrup, AKA our clean bottle. It's water and paint, so you might want to swirl it around a little bit before you pour it, because otherwise the paint settles to the bottom. We just need a 1 count out of that. There we go. And then we're gonna need, what's up?
Which one was the coconut syrup?
The coconut syrup is gonna be our white bottle. Yep. And you'll wanna write down 1/2 ounce, AKA a 1 count out of a store pour. You might wanna write that down, 1/2 ounce, AKA a 1 count. And for pineapple juice, we're gonna want 2 full ounces. So we need a 4 count out of our orange bottle. We're gonna need a full 4 count out of our orange bottle. And then, that's all the ingredients that we're gonna use. So you're gonna wanna take the small end of your Boston, put it on top of your big end. A little light tap. Can't stress this enough, my new friends. Your Boston shaker did not steal money from you. It is not talking shit about your mom. It is not the thing you should be letting out all of your frustrations on. You Hulk smash that lid in, you will absolutely get it stuck. It's going to continue to build up pressure the more that you're shaking. By the time you're trying to pop that bad boy off, it may get stuck. You'll have to require to use a lot more force, and you might end up wearing some of that drink by the time you finally get a lot of that pressure relieved, which sucks because then you're having to do what? Remake that drink because you have no idea how much spilled. Little light tap, and that's all we need. We're gonna shake, shake, shake. A good way of being able to tell when you're done. When your Boston is condensating and cold to the touch, that lets you know that your liquid inside is gonna be cold as well. You'll wanna use the middle of your palm, where my fingers are. You go lower than where my fingers are, you're gonna injure your wrist. If not now, at some point. You go higher than where my fingers are, you're not going to get nearly enough leverage to be able to pop that thing. Middle of your palm is where we're aiming for. You'll be able to see there's always going to be a gap somewhere in your Boston. That gap is where you're aiming for, 1 good pop, and that thing should pop right off. You want to you want to have that pop on the bottom end of your Boston. Yep. Yep. that little like that, Jack. There we go. So we've got these strainers. They're called Hawthorne strainers. We're gonna throw that right onto the top of our Boston and then strain out just the liquid, leaving all the ice behind into our glass.
How do you hold that?
You'll wanna have your pointer finger right behind that little plate. And that way you can be able to slide it forward or pull it back just by moving your pointer. And then here, we're gonna strain that into our glass. If you come out a little short, that's okay. You can always top it off with some extra pineapple at the end. These are big ass cups, so they need what? Big ass straws and a flag. So, and that, my loves, is our pina colada. Does anybody have any questions? No? Well, well done, my new friends. This is the last drink you're going to be learning on your first day. Thank you for still being here. Let's go ahead, take a second, and admire what we did, and dump that in now.